Hi, this is Victoria Ballard, naturopath, speaking to you from India, where I am eating carbohydrates, and it's not so easy to fast from a carbohydrate diet. If you want to do fasting for all the amazing health benefits, I'm sure you've been listening to Jason Fung or any of the experts that are saying how important fasting is. Mindy Peltz has also got a fasting online team, and so has Jason Fung, so you can actually join their communities. And they are fasting. They're not going without food. I mean, they are actually eating well, eating good quality food that is unprocessed and natural. And I think also in season is quite important. We don't want to be eating stuff from the other side of the world, and it gets irradiated before it comes into the country and destroys all the nutrients. So you want to eat local food that is unprocessed, natural, one ingredient. You don't have to look at a whole list of ingredients. You know what's in it, and you can eat no carb or low carb and have plenty of fats, because fats are healthy. And by taking in the good, healthy fats, it helps the body to get rid of the toxins that are stuck in the fat around our organs, depending on how old we are. I mean, even children, they're being fed this dreadful breakfast cereals that are so processed and full of sugar. So even they have fat around their organs. And the older you are, the more likely you are to have fat around the organs, which includes toxins. And if you don't eat any good fats, you're not going to be able to release those fats, and we want to get rid of those fats. And the best way to do it really is high fat, low carb or no carb, and occasional fasts. When I say occasional, you can do intermittent fasting every day if it suits you. I mean, just don't eat after dinner and delay breakfast until you're really hungry. I mean, only eat if you're really hungry, and eat good, solid protein and highly nutritious food. And then you can start to lengthen the fasts. You can go a whole day. You can go one meal a day for a few days. You can then try a 36-hour fast. This is really very, very beneficial. And you're not going to be fasting all the time. Intermittent fasting can be a way of life. That's just natural. But increasing the days, like to 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, you are going to need some support from electrolytes and plenty of water, because there's water in food. So if we're not eating, we're not getting enough water. And I would only recommend a water fast for your early days in fasting. And I've already mentioned the benefits. We're going to get rid of the toxins in the fat around the organs. First of all, when we stop eating, we're burning the glucose from the food. But after a good, say, 12 hours, 14 hours, 13 hours even, we start to burn fat. And we're getting rid of this toxic fat that around our organs and can cause disease in later life. So we want to go as far as possible into, say, 16-hour a day, 8 hours of eating, 16 hours of fasting. This is perfectly acceptable in all except young children, teenagers even, pregnant women, of course, they would know not to fast. And lactating women, they definitely shouldn't be fasting. But most of the rest of us can easily go without food. We've been doing it for millions of years. We've sometimes had to go several days before we eat. And hunter-gatherers weren't very successful in the winter. They ate only meat in the winter, which is why the carnivore diet is so effective, because it's what we've been eating for millions of years. So I really do recommend high-fat meat, eggs, butter. Okay, we were not domesticating animals for millions of years, but butter seems to be okay for most people on carnivore. So there's that kind of wonderful, easy to do, high fat, high protein, and very nutritious food, and then put in the occasional fast and get fast adapted, and that takes time. The intermittent fasting helps you go longer, so then you can go to 1 day and have one meal a day for a few days, then go back to eating normally, and then try a 2 day fast. And make sure you get plenty of liquid. You can still have your morning coffee if it's black. Green tea really helps. It's an appetite suppressant, so you can drink green tea throughout the day. Very good to do it at the weekends if you're working 9 till 5. So do it at the weekend when you can rest a bit, as if you feel a little bit under the, call it keto flu, as we're burning up ketones, as the liver starts to produce ketones, which is really good for the brain. So we are going for a ketogenic or a high-fat, low-carb and intermittent fasting as a lifestyle, and build up to it. Don't expect to feel great immediately. Takes a few weeks to get really adapted, and you're burning up this fat around the organs and the toxins that are contained in them. So you want to make sure you're getting plenty of water and you're flushing out these toxins. And then you're getting something called autophagy, which actually means self-eating. The macrophages, the big eating cells in the body, they are eating up the damaged proteins, the damaged cells, and they're regenerating, they're recycling them into new cells. So you're preventing disease in later life. So we know that fasting is a great thing to do. And how is it most easily done? Well, it's most easily done by putting aside a couple of days to do at least a 2 day fast to find out how it works for you. And if you feel at the end of 2 days, my God, I could go another day easily, then do, listen to your body. If it's feeling really, great, no tiredness due to digestion, you get more energy, you're not cooking, you're not cleaning, you're not washing up, you're not loading the dishwasher or however you live, and you've just got your time to do the things that are really important to you. So fasting is great on all levels, but how to do it is to get fasting adjusted. Do it for a couple of days, then do a 3 day one, and a few weeks later, and a few weeks after that, maybe do a 5 day one. There's no reason why you can't. So I would say, unless you are a young child breastfeeding mother, pregnant woman, then you can fast. I don't know how long would be comfortable for you. Only you can find that out. Find what's comfortable and then extend it that little bit. Drink the green tea, which suppresses the appetite, black coffee in the morning, and see how you go. But do be very careful how you come off the fast. Come off the fast with liquid, like soup or bone broth. Avocado. Avocado is very good to end a fast. A small avocado or half a large one. And then space it out at least an hour between each small meal until you are satisfied, and then the next day you should be able to return to normal eating and normal being, intermittent fasting, high fat, low carb. Hope this helps. Bye.